Woo-hoo-hoo. And we're
I
live
know.
once
Love that.
again on another Tuesday. And I have a special guest and friend in the house today. I got Annette Richmond, and we are talking about do. Okay, would help if I could bring up the banner. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Ta-da. TikTok, you gotta love lives. TikTok as a part of your LinkedIn strategy. Yay or nay? I might as well have put that in because I'm telling you, this is a topic. There's no meh. It's like most people are like here or there. So that's kind of interesting. We're going to talk about all things. But first of all, before we get stuck in, Annette, could you please tell people who you are, what you do, and then we'll jump right into our topic.
Okay, so I'm Annette Richmond, and I help my clients create distinctive personal brands. I work with senior level executives and entrepreneurs, consultants to help them land jobs and win clients. And that's
Cool.
me pretty much.
Cool. So obviously you're a professional. You are you're based in the East Coast, so we can say you're even mega professional, because not like us, like people over in Las Vegas who are like running around to the casinos all day wearing shady sunglasses. You're a much more serious person than I am. And yet you're on TikTok. You're on TikTok, and you're I hate to say this, but you're not a teenager. So we're going to bust that myth that you have to be, 16. And I know you're just a tad older. Maybe you have your drinking license. I know you'll have an occasional cocktail. Me too. So obviously we're not teens. We're LinkedIn professionals through and through. So you're on TikTok. You joined the dancing teens, but you are one of these people like, come on, Gillian, you're a video person. You should be on TikTok. So you've obviously been figuring out some stuff, and you have made TikTok part of your LinkedIn strategy. So why don't you start us off with your TikTok story, how you even started TikTok in the first place?
Well, I heard the buzz about TikTok, and I actually was stunned when I was looking back to find out that I've been on TikTok about a year now, although I am contributing much more often. And as you and I were discussing right before we came on air, people think TikTok is just, cat videos and dog videos and grannies dancing in their underwear and, teenagers skateboarding and whatever. And the truth is, it's really, really not. I think as TikTok is becoming more, dare I say, business focused. There are more people on there like us talking about giving career advice, talking about how to create videos and do marketing and all kinds of things like that. There are the grannies dancing in their underwear, but that I don't think that's the majority. And also, I think that based on my experience, that TikTok might even be a little bit better, their algorithm of feeding you things that you're interested in. You don't, like I have dogs. I share my dogs on LinkedIn, on TikTok, everywhere. People would really rather probably see them than see me. And so I look at, cute dog videos and I see them more. I see
Okay.
things, whatever I respond to. So that's kind of my story of being on TikTok.
Okay. So how does their algorithm work? And I know you don't know all the specifics, but on LinkedIn, we only see the stuff of people who we're already following, or perhaps hashtags that we've said are of interest to us, or maybe people in groups that we're a member of. So on TikTok, is it the same way? Like if I join TikTok tomorrow,
Mhm.
and I don't know anybody, what am I going to see? What am I going to see?
So TikTok, when you log on, obviously you have your profile and then you have the feed, but their feed is kind of, I don't know if it's parallel, but you have a choice. You
Mm.
can click on following people that you are following, or you can click on the for you, and that brings up things from people that you don't know that
Mm.
they think you might be interested in. So it really gives you the opportunity to see fresh new content and meet new people. And one of the things that, people like me strive for is to get something that is going to be end up on the For You page, because it really expands your reach. But I also want to mention one other thing. On your profile at the bottom, there's a little thing that's friends. It's a little head or whatever that says friends. So if I go on there, my friends are people that I'm following and they're following me. We're following each other. So I can go on there when I first log on, click on my friends that says how many, like there's 10 right now with new stuff. I can click on that and see what they're doing. And then, I can go on the homepage and start looking around.
Wow. LinkedIn could take a lesson from them. And as a matter of fact, I think LinkedIn is taking lessons because, first of all, I noticed, so first of all, you actually taught me a couple things that I did not know about TikTok, because I'm not on TikTok and I don't have any plans to be on TikTok. But you had mentioned that you could access TikTok from the computer. And it was just like, I didn't know that. I thought I had to use my phone. So it was interesting that I could go access it on the computer. I was surprised to find that LinkedIn has a channel. LinkedIn, the company, has a channel, and they have several channels. They have regular LinkedIn, and then there was LinkedIn Europe and LinkedIn, I don't know, Germany. There was all these different LinkedIn channels. And I remember seeing TikTok pages on LinkedIn, like company pages, or maybe they're showcase pages, who knows? But I remember seeing those on LinkedIn. So obviously LinkedIn is watching and learning, and maybe, to me, I think LinkedIn is trying to basically continue to move down the age barrier, like age bracket. And they're trying to appeal to a younger and younger audience of young professionals. So it kind of makes sense that they're trying to figure out this whole TikTok thing, and maybe like Clubhouse, bringing the best of TikTok to LinkedIn. So those are just kind of some interesting strategies. So Annette, tell us about how another thing I found that you do very, very well is that you are actually taking some of your LinkedIn content and pushing it to TikTok, which I didn't know you could do. So, and it's not vertical.
Yeah. I know. As I have told you, I create most of my videos square. I occasionally will do one on TikTok where it is the vertical, because I'm creating it in their, in their editing and the recording. But most of my videos are square. And I do, I create them on my iPhone, of course, caption, et cetera, et cetera. But I use the same videos on LinkedIn, on TikTok, on YouTube, which I mentioned to you right before. And some of those, really short videos that do well on TikTok, maybe under a minute, they do really well as YouTube shorts.
Right.
I have used the same type of videos on Instagram, although I'm not as active there. So, I don't know. I have heard that, like all platforms, TikTok would prefer for you to record on their platform. But, it's easier. It's like creating the LinkedIn profile video. It's sometimes easier for me, as I'm not as familiar, to create on an app that I know. But
Sure.
another thing I found is that if I create create a video on an app, and I caption it and I may put some little features on it, I can then also take it to TikTok and I can add images to it. I can go into their studio and I can add other things as well, like maybe like particularly music that is TikTok music that is going to be rejected elsewhere. Because we know they all have their own, guidelines as to what music you can play on their platforms.
Right. And it's interesting because I did take a couple of Annette's clips and I have them queued up ready to go. But because I have been dinged too many times on YouTube with having showing TikTok videos, I had to take out the music. And I have to tell you, when the music's gone, a video is not the same experience. It was kind of like, yeah, it really like it shows you how much music is part of a video experience on TikTok.
Well, I would partly agree with you, but I also have to say that most of my videos on TikTok are just my voice.
True.
Most of them. And one other thing that I was stunned to find, like you, I do some, videos on Canva where, I'm in the picture and it's educational. I'm sharing my screen and la, la, la. I have taken videos like that and put them on TikTok and gotten hundreds of views on them.
That's
And
amazing.
I think one thing that works across all platforms is the idea, if it's informative content that people can use, that they will watch it. And as we were talking also, so many people we know now are on TikTok. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's just,
Yep.
Off the top of my head, I can think of Momita Desroy, who's a friend of ours, Claire Carroll, Ilya Francis, Ella Orr is, really on there all the time. If I didn't mention you, I'm sorry. I know there's so many people that I know doing cool stuff there, but it is, I think, and many of them, I think, have come fairly recently.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I think it's, it can be a rabbit hole, as you have said.
Right.
But I also read things that it's the, fastest growing search, that, and I know myself now, if I'm looking, I like to do a lot of DIY. If I'm looking for something, I go there and look. If I'm looking for some kind of a, video tip or something like that, sometimes I will go there and look, because it's the search is so easy. And, I don't know. I learned a lot of stuff there. It's not all just kids dancing.
No. And one of the things that I do have to say, I really, really like about TikTok and LinkedIn, if you're listening, this would be on Gillian's wish list. I love their creative templates and editor. Like we just got templates, to LinkedIn, and it was kind of like, it's just like, okay, if they're branded, maybe I'll use them, but just by themselves, it's just like, okay, we're going to see four people in the feed with the exact same template. It's not going to be too exciting.
Yeah.
But, when you think about TikTok, and I would like to show this one video. Let's see if this comes up. And I love this one. I love this one because, first of all, here you are dancing on TikTok. And you said, I never dance on TikTok. But here is a very, very cool. I actually want to play that again.
One of the best things.
Sorry, lost it. Okay, there we go. So how does this work? It has music in real life, guys, but I can't play the music. But this is very cool because it looks like you're stepping into like this cartoon universe. So how does that work, Annette?
So I will say that I love the features too, and they are so incredibly easy. So when you go into TikTok and you look along the bottom, they have, you can look at effects, you can look at templates, green screen, interactive thing, photo things. So when it comes to the effects, like the one you just showed, I pulled that up on my camera, and it was split screen. All I did was be on one side, and I physically moved to the other side, and I was able to, with my hand on the screen, close it off so that I was over there. And I will, and they have, the thing is that they have so many of them, and they're coming out with new ones constantly. And they're different. Like that was actually, you mentioned cartoon. It was supposed to be a take on MTV. And I remember MTV. I'm guessing you do too, when it used to be stuff like that. And the song that sort of goes with it is Take On Me. So that's what people are dancing to. Now, as I have a business account. You can also have personal and also business account on TikTok. If you do have a business account like I do, you are more limited to the music you can use, because some of it is,
it's almost commercial use. It's commercial use, probably.
It is. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. So I love the templates. I saw the one that you did this weekend. You had the dinosaur. You were like, just another typical day in New England. We have dinosaurs in the house, and that those are kind of fun and creative. And I think that's really good because there's a lot of people who come to video and they find it very challenging. Maybe even just doing some creative stuff, even if you never publish it, maybe that's just something that helps you get excited about video. So I think that that would be a good thing. And, to be honest with you, I know there's a lot of negative things about TikTok. One of the is it is banned in several countries. So, we talk about like India. I think it's banned in China. There's different places where it's banned. There's been a lot of incidents with kids and teenagers and bullying and doing stupid dares. But to be honest with you, I think that happens on every platform. I really don't know if we could just blame TikTok. And like, look at YouTube. Like, there's been terrible things on YouTube, and there's, gamers, and, like the top earner of YouTube is a guy sitting there playing video games, and kids are watching the guy play video games, and he's a millionaire because of it. But if we had said, oh, I'm not doing YouTube because of these, ning nongs, well, then where are we going to go? So, I think one of the reasons I don't do Facebook is because the lack of organic reach. But I would think it's sounding like TikTok has a really good organic reach. So, maybe if you are going to do it, now is the time. And also too, maybe we don't always want to put our eggs all in one social media bucket. So with me, I do, I'd say I'm like 90% LinkedIn, 10% YouTube, because it's always good to have a second platform. You do podcasts too, Annette. So you're doing a lot of things. And I love the idea that it's like you take stuff from LinkedIn to TikTok, back other stuff from TikTok to YouTube to LinkedIn. So you're using it very wisely as a repurposing tool. So that's good. That's good.
Well, I want to pick up on something that you just said, because I've heard you say this when you were teaching about video, the idea of recording and just keeping it to yourself. You can go on to TikTok, and I'm sure, maybe other platforms. You can go on there and you can record videos and you can save it private. So only and I did that with something that I shared with you. I thought it was kind of fun. I was playing around with, but I saved it privately because I wasn't ready to post it. And you can have private, you can have drafts. So you are able to create a bunch, like I'm sure you do this as well. I sit down and I create 4 or 5 videos.
Yep.
And then I work on them. And, when I have my makeup on and I'm dressed nice and clean and everything, so I can put them in drafts. And, if I want to do something, if somebody wants to try something, they can go on there, save it privately. And if they save it privately, when you save something, it does download into your phone. So maybe you want to create something and it downloads to your phone, and maybe you just share it with your friends. Maybe you just, like I sent that to you on Messenger. And one other thing that I do want to add, because I had shared with you that you can go to like TikTok.com and you can look at TikTok videos. You don't need to join or download the app or anything. But if you
it's like YouTube, you can just go.
Yeah, you can just go
and
there.
watch.
Yeah, exactly. And if you do have a business account, you do have access to analytics that tells you your followers, where they are, what time they're on there, the ratio, male to female. So I think that can be very helpful. And the last thing that I almost forgot to mention is, if you go to the app online, you can also schedule, which you cannot do like with LinkedIn. You can set up
like your publish date and time.
Yep. You can do that. So, it's not like you have to use a third party. You can go up there and schedule. You have 5 videos. You can schedule them to come out at different times, at different days. So, it's very convenient. But I think I don't think, I know I agree with you that the biggest thing about all of this is that you can repurpose. You can create one thing. If you can create something and use it in multiple platforms to reach
That's smart.
different audiences too, right? The same
Right.
audience isn't on YouTube and TikTok and LinkedIn. So,
Right. Right. That's
and you
good.
taught me that about YouTube.
That's right.
Get
That's
on
right.
there. And I
That's
did.
right. That's right. So let's get on with some questions while we have some time. So we've got Jeff Young in the house.
Hey, Jeff.
He's not a TikTok fan, but he came anyway. So it's good because we have to have this conversation, and we don't have to always agree on everything, and I think that you can look at something and you can say, okay, I can see some pros and cons for this, and whatever. And to me, TikTok is the elephant in the room. We have to discuss it because it's not going away. It's getting bigger and bigger. And I think LinkedIn likes some of those ideas of the shorts and, shorter videos and all sorts of stuff. So woohoo, it's LinkedIn Live 102. Content creation is all about the audience and not about you. That's
So
true.
true.
That's true. So do you get demographics, Annette? Do you kind of have any idea of like anybody, like, can you see the ages of audiences, or do you have men and women? Because I know you can do that kind of stuff on YouTube. I wish you could do it on LinkedIn, but you can't. What can you tell about the demographics?
What I can see in the demographics is, obviously the followers. I can see the division of male, female in terms of my followers. I can see the areas that they're in. Like for me, I think it's around 42% of my followers are in the US. And then my
Okay.
next biggest group is like 35% in Nigeria for some reason. I don't know why. And then
Wow.
so I can see the countries kind of break down there. I can see the times of day that have been the busiest for my videos. I can go back and I can look at my videos and see what type of engagement they've had, whether people have liked them, commented on them.
Nice.
Many people, and I've started to do this, if someone comments or asks a question, that you take that and create a video to answer the question. So, you can see a lot. But what I recently found out, although I haven't checked yet, is you can go on to your competition videos and you can see the engagement on there as well. I mean, you can go on, you can see how many people like it. You can see the comments they're getting, the reaction they're getting.
Which could give you ideas on, well,
Absolutely.
what should you do without
Yeah,
copying
and
them, of course, but at least gives you some inspiration about, well, what do people want to know? Even if you did that research and then came back to LinkedIn and said, okay, now I got some ideas for content.
the thing, and it's so true, and that is one of the things when I notice friends that of mine who are on TikTok and were using some of the features, like the video that you showed, and some of the other things that we talked about briefly before. It's and I didn't do that for the longest time. I created my standard, what I like to think of as edutainment videos.
Right.
And
Right.
I just, in the last, I don't know, maybe a couple of months, that I have started to try, try different things as well. Now, I don't always put those on LinkedIn, but sometimes I do. I put on one on LinkedIn I thought was pretty popular on TikTok and also on LinkedIn, where you just have a video of you and you put information on
Oh,
there
the
and the
typing.
typing sound. And
Yeah.
those are very popular because people can just get that information. Then another
Interesting.
thing, you don't need to show your face. Oh, there you go.
Right. Right. There we go. Always, people love always like that. Hi, everyone. Here to listen and learn with Jeff Young. Yay. That's good.
Hi.
That's
Thanks
good.
for
That's good.
joining us.
Woohoo. Good evening,
Hey,
ladies.
Jim.
So
Thanks for
he's on
coming.
TikTok. I believe Jim is on TikTok, Mr. Dr. Five Notes. And I think he's doing really, really well with his music because, of course, TikTok really loves music.
Yes.
So I think that Jim having this music platform where he's got stuff, it's a good space for him. So especially because he's got short tunes. So yay, Jim. Howdy, Gail. Welcome to the party. I love when everybody talks to each other. Glad you addressed age from the start. Yes. So it's interesting. It's like, I'm sure that I keep coming across articles that say that age is creeping right up there, because you have not only, in addition to business professionals like us getting on TikTok, but you have brands, big brands getting on TikTok. Maybe you even have parents sometimes getting on TikTok to see what in the heck is my kid looking at?
You know, one of the things that I really like about TikTok a lot is the humor.
Mm,
And you have a lot of, comedians that are on there, but you also have people who are you mentioned moms. There's a lot of moms talking about what it's like to be a mom, trying to get the kids ready in the morning and blah, blah, blah. And so funny and real. And, and I agree with you. I would say, and of course, I'm sure it's because of, as I mentioned, the algorithm is what I look at, but the people that I see that come up are, I would say, probably 40s, 50s, 60s.
wow.
And,
Wow.
and again, it's because of, and then again, there's all the dog stuff now because I like dogs. So, it's whatever you dwell on. And when you are scrolling through and you're seeing video after video, if you pause and watch, then they go, oh, okay, she likes that. Let's give her more of that.
Mm. Yep. Yep. That's cool. That's cool. TikTok, a very diverse platform. It's all about tribes. It's all about tribes. So do you do anything to encourage people to follow you? Or if they just see a video, they just like, oh, okay, and they carry on. Like, how do you get followers? How do you get followers?
Well, I put a little tag at the end of all of my videos that most people do. If you like this, follow for more, or follow me for more info, or something like that. I put that at the end of all my videos. So
Right.
sometimes it pops up on, obviously I learned it there, but it pops up on my, it works for LinkedIn too. If I'm publishing it there, I want people to follow me. So it's something that's already incorporated in the, in videos. So
Good.
yeah,
Good.
definitely.
And are people following you back over to LinkedIn? Have you taken anything, not even necessarily like, has it converted to a sale, but do you find that people from TikTok, do they stay with you on TikTok, or do some come over to LinkedIn and now you're getting to know them on LinkedIn?
So I use, a lot of people use Linktree. I use a platform similar to Linktree. And on that, I have links to follow me on TikTok, follow me on LinkedIn, follow me on YouTube, etc. And I get people clicking to follow me on TikTok. I'm assuming those are people probably from LinkedIn and not
Mm,
TikTok that are looking, and
mm,
I have vice versa. I get a lot of people clicking on follow me on LinkedIn and vice versa, follow me on TikTok. So
cool.
I'm
Cool.
assuming that people are, are going to the other platform.
Cool. Cool. Okay. I did do some dancing on TikTok yesterday, the Aha song. I don't know that one, but haven't shared it here. Promise I had more on my underwear than on my underwear. I am not a granny yet. I
I
love
want
that.
I want to find out. So is Josephine, if she can tell us in the comments, how do you like TikTok? How are you finding it?
Yeah, yeah, that would be good. That would be good. So please put your thumbs up in. We want to hear the thumbs up.
Yeah, yeah.
I love to create. I love to create. Jeff, we need to help these people with their blankets on LinkedIn. It's always so sad. It's a setting. It's a setting. They like their videos. So good, good, good. I love the TikTok algo. It gives everyone a chance.
Yeah,
So
that's
what do you think he means by that, Annette?
I think he means the For You page
Okay.
because, I look at my followers and then most people, I believe, will go in and scroll the for, or the people I'm following. I'm sorry. I scroll the people that and those are my people I'm following. It's the For You.
Mm.
But I think the For You is the For You page. So again, sorry, I'm fumbling here. And that's where, if you have a good shot, if your content is received, that you will get on that. And I will tell you, most of my views come from the For You page.
Okay, that's good. And then that really gives newbies an incentive, because I know that's the hard part about, coming on to LinkedIn, is that when people, especially when people make video, and it breaks my heart, and they're like, oh, I did all this work to create a video and it was like crickets. And you look and you say, but you got 50 followers. So nobody saw your video. It could be the best video in the world, but if you don't have enough followers to see it, then it gets really, really tricky. So it sounds like that's not necessarily the case with TikTok. You could make a big splash quickly and not have to wait for 1,000 followers.
Yeah, you know, you can do that. And I will say that I have had videos that I worked really hard on that I thought would be great on TikTok, and like, I don't know, 100 people view it. And sometimes I put something together and I just posted something, I had over 400 people viewing it. And it's like, oh, okay, well, I didn't think that was particularly special.
Wow.
So, you know, the thing about the 1,000 is once you have 1,000 followers, you can go live. That's why
Oh,
everybody
oh.
strives for the
I
1,000
didn't even know
followers.
they had a live part.
They have stories that you
Okay.
can
Oh,
do,
now I know why Ilya's over there.
so you can do stories that you can record. They stay up for 24 hours and they're gone. You can go live, uh, but you have to have 1,000 followers in order to do that. So that's why the big strive is to get 1,000 followers and be able to go live.
Got it. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, so we are at our 30-minute mark. It goes so fast. I just wanted to show you really quick. We do have the little dog video. So yes, there really are dog videos on TikTok. They're so cute. They're so cute.
Those are
So
my babies.
I love it. I love it. And it was so much cuter with the sound, and sorry about that. Okay, Annette, before we head off today, what would be sort of your final takeaway for us that you want everybody to know about TikTok and your LinkedIn strategy?
Well, you know, my thought is always give it a try. I mean, it starts even with video. People, I don't know, I don't want to do video. Give it a try. You know, TikTok does not require a long video. I mean, you can just do something under a minute. They have a timer. You can do 60 seconds, 15, 30 seconds. And, you know, and you can experiment, I think, and become comfortable with that. And then, you know, think of maybe TikTok is your place to experiment and learn before you bring
Love
it to
it.
LinkedIn where you know more people. So that's what I think about.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So thank you, Annette, for being on the show. Are you open to people connecting with you afterwards? And if they have more questions about, TikTok and using it for their strategy, are you open to continuing the conversation
Oh, please. Yes,
offline?
yes.
Okay.
Please, you know,
Okay.
connect with me on LinkedIn, connect with me on TikTok, and I hope to see videos from everyone who's watching LinkedIn, on TikTok, wherever. Love video.
Super. Super. Okay. Well, we'll end here, everybody. Thank you very much for being here today, and we'll see y'all next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.